What's up, everybody? David Breedlove back again for another episode of Recovery and Riches.
We went from rags to riches, rags to riches. We went from rags to riches. Look at how far we come, and to think it's the beginning, yet we're far from done. We didn't make it as a scholar, but we're far from dumb. And ain't nobody wanna see us, we're too far to run. Yo, to think we were chilling in bandos with dirt on our shirt, kinda looking like camo. Whole rack full of shoes, and before it was sandals. Got lights in the crib, so no more burning candles. I remember taking a bus, living in the ghetto, thank God it just never stuck. Now we pushing even harder, no longer rely on luck. Went from bags up in the arms, some keys and could start the truck. Homie, we never taking a break, time is wasted.
All right, so today we're going to talk about, basically like who you surround yourself with and why this is such an important factor. Okay, so, you know, just to recap, this is a new podcast for me. This is a podcast where I'm very much more transparent than I am in my other one. My name is David Breedlove. I'm an affiliate marketer, a network marketer. I make money online. I started my own business a couple years ago. I've been involved with a few different companies and a few different things, and my journey had brought me to marketing. And as I began my marketing journey, I found that basically it was those things from my past and my recovery background and the way that I kind of grew up in a recovery setting, which for me was the 12 steps. Not promoting that right now, but for me that's what it was. And I developed in this, and I became, a sponsor for guys. I was actively sponsored, and I still continue to do that kind of stuff today, but I'm also so much more active in so many other things, like, obviously my coaching and my mentoring for people that want to be marketers. But I also help people develop other trades like trading Forex, Bitcoin, things like that. I also teach people how to promote their own products, other people's products, start their own businesses, and be profitable utilizing simple techniques that for some reason a lot of people don't do, but it's the main reason why a lot of people aren't successful. So that all being said, uh, my standpoint on it is just that I've made it from having a very bad criminal background, years and years of drug abuse and drug history, and I've turned my life around. So I do not look at my criminal record like it's an excuse not to be wealthy. And every day I'm actively pursuing ways to increase my financial security by making myself more valuable to the marketplace. And the way I do that is exactly like this. Now, the reason I want to help other addicts is because what I've found is those people that have, been to hell and back, damn near died, come back to life, they have the tenacity to be very successful in this industry. So I've made it a point to, if I can find people out there, if I can find people that are interested in what I'm talking about, and are willing and open-minded to taking my suggestions, those are the type of people that I want to bring and I want to coach and I want to make successful in life. So that's why I'm doing all this. But first and foremost, I want to talk about the principle of, basically sticking with the winners. Okay. So I'm sure if you've had that drug history or whatever, when you got clean, you were told that you need to stick with the winners. And I want to explain like the reason that this is true, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times we're going to look at it and we're going to say, well, nobody with my amount of clean time, or I just came to the rooms, or I just started doing this and none of my friends are winners yet. Well, that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is desire. Okay. So when you want to stick with people that have a real desire, not just to stay clean, but to do something better with their lives and be happy people. I can't work with somebody that is just miserable all the time, right? Has this attitude of like, oh, must be nice, oh, well, you only got like that because you had this, this, and this. And that is an excuse for that person to just not try. Okay. And you need to understand that the people that you surround yourself with, that is the actions and what you're going to adopt. Okay. So when you're around people with shitty attitudes, cynical attitudes, you are going to adopt that attitude. And if you don't, it's just going to weigh on you heavily, right? We all have that one friend that just complains about everything, right? Just nothing. And the problem with that mindset is it can be addicting, right? It's so easy to do the cop out and blame your circumstances for or on anything other than taking responsibility for yourself. And the thing about responsibility is you're responsible for your life and your life alone. Okay. Now, you might have kids, and yes, you're responsible for that too. But as far as your happiness goes, right? If you're putting your happiness on the shoulders of somebody else, like, well, I just can't be happy if she's not with me, or if he's not with me, or I'm just not ready to do this because it might cause an argument at home. Let me explain something to you, that if somebody is going to complain because you're trying to better your life, they're also going to complain if you're laying around doing nothing. So what scenario do you want to be in? Right? So for the longest time, when I first started this journey, right, and a lot of people don't understand that, like, when you first get involved in the business and personal development, like, it takes a little bit of time for things to start happening. And my significant other, my girlfriend, she wasn't very supportive. She didn't understand why I was putting in all these hours trying to do something that wasn't turning a profit, right? She didn't have that business mindset. She didn't understand what I was doing. She didn't understand why I was doing it. So it was an argument a lot of times. And a lot of times I just wanted to throw my hands up and be like, you know what? It's just not worth the argument, right? But the thing that I had to eventually understand, and thank God that I stick with winners. I look for the 3%. I look for the people that are on point. And they told me, like, listen, dude, if she's going to complain about you trying to change your financial state and try to do something better for yourself, she's going to complain about that whether you're successful or not. So she's going to complain if you're laying around on the couch not doing anything, and she's also going to complain when you're getting up early, studying, trying to learn a new craft, a new skill. So what do you want to do? Because if she's going to leave you, she's going to leave you. Or if it's the other way around, if he's going to leave you, he's going to leave you, right? So what do you want to be? What kind of circumstances do you want to be if that happens? Do you want to have given up on this so that when that happens, you're not only alone, but you're also alone and broke? Or do you want to keep working towards this goal and keep trying to better yourself so that if it happens, at least you can take care of yourself and you're on the right path? Because listen, the number one thing that anybody can do for themselves is to find a purpose in life. And I'm not saying that your purpose needs to be network marketing or affiliate marketing. Like, I've found great joy in that, but you need to find a purpose in life. Okay. So, and when you're working towards goals, when you're working on yourself and you're actively trying to do the best thing for the right reasons, even if that relationship goes away, a better one will present itself, because like-minded attracts like-minded. So if you're focusing on putting good people in your life, the bad people, not to say that they're evil, but just that the people that aren't supporting you or don't understand what you're doing, if you're putting all these people that are passionate and have the same goals as you, if you're putting them in your life, those people are going to fight back. Oh, you're not better. You're not changing. You're just same old Dave. You're just the same old guy. Listen, if somebody is telling you that you're not changing, that's because they notice that you are changing. They wouldn't be saying that if you were just the same old you, the same person that doesn't get results, the same person that isn't trying, the same person that used over and over and over again, right? So don't take that as an excuse to give up or use or not try, because that is a motivator. That is something that's telling you you're on the right path. They're noticing something about you. They are noticing a change, and that's why they are telling you that they are not. Okay? Because if there were no change, there'd be nothing to be said, right? So that's the mindset that you need to adopt. Now, I'm going to also kind of drop a little law of attraction stuff onto you. We've all heard about this law of attraction, or the law of vibration. If you're into Robert Proctor, who's really great philosopher, and talks about this. And I want to explain that there is universal laws, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of universal laws. The law of numbers, the law of attraction, the law of vibration. There's a lot of these things. And the thing about laws, the thing about the universal laws is they work for everybody. But there is right and wrong ways to do them. And if you're not doing them correctly, they could have the adverse effect of what you're trying to get done. And a lot of people don't talk about this. They talk about, law of attraction, put good people in your life. Well, when I first came across this, what I did was I focused on all the people I don't want, what I don't want in my life, who I don't want in my life, where I don't want to be. Okay? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because that is not the way the law of attraction works. We're so used to when somebody says, what do you want? Well, I don't want this and I don't want that. That is not the way the law of attraction works. You need to focus on what you do want. If you want a good relationship, because maybe your relationship that you're in is struggling, do not focus that I don't want this person in my life anymore. That is not how it works. Focus on what you do want in your life. So that's why I always say, you want to write a gratitude list. And this isn't just for people that I coach that are addicts or that are in recovery, alcoholics, maybe people that have records that are trying to better their lives. This isn't just for them. I tell this to everybody, normal people too, right? You want to write down a gratitude list. What are you grateful for? Why? Because it's hard to be ungrateful and grateful at the same time. It's impossible. You cannot be ungrateful while practicing gratitude. Okay, so if you don't believe me, try it. If you're really upset, if you're mad, try and put a smile on your face. Just try and smile and focus on your gratitude and see what happens. Just test it out for yourself. Okay? So next time somebody is telling you that you ain't about shit. You ain't about it. You're not better. You're not getting better. I don't see any change in you. Next time somebody says that, remember what I've told you, that the only reason they're saying those things is because they are noticing a change. And they're saying that out of fear because they see the change and they are afraid that there's two things that are going on. They're afraid that you're either going to be successful at what you're doing and you're going to leave, or the fact that you're working towards a goal and you are succeeding at your goal makes them subconsciously feel bad about themselves because they didn't think it was possible for you or them. And now you're doing it, which means now they have a responsibility. So if you fail, it makes it okay that they're not trying. So next time somebody's doing that to you, think about that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying throw it in their face because that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about for you. The best thing that you can do is just not react, let it roll off your shoulders, and keep focusing on the task at hand. I'll tell you why. One, they want to get a reaction out of you. And two, when you don't react, it's going to really make them think about it. Right? You want to show somebody you really are changing when they're saying you're not. Don't react to them. See what they say then. Right? So remember these things, because I know some people can say some pretty hurtful things, and hurt people hurt people. And when you're changing and that fear kicks in that A, they might lose you, or B, you're proving them wrong, they're hurt. And they're going to try and hurt you in any way that they can. But just remember, who do you want to be? Do you want to give up? And then in 6 months, when that relationship isn't any better and it ultimately ends anyways, and now you're just broke, that you weren't trying to change your circumstance? Or do you want to keep working towards that goal? Now, back to the law of attraction part. Do not focus on what you don't want. So after you're done writing your gratitude list, there's a couple things, but we're just going to keep it to the law of attraction right now. You want to focus on your gratitude list is going to tell you why you want change in your life. The kids, you don't want to be labeled, whatever it is. Your gratitude list, you're tired of letting your parents down. Maybe your parents aren't here anymore and you feel like you always let them down, but you want to show them that you're trying now, whether it's spiritually or whatever. Like, think about those things. So write down your gratitude list. That's your why. Okay. So once you have your why, the opportunities in which to change yourself are going to present themselves. And after you do your gratitude list and you define why you want change in your life, focus on what you do want. It could be a car, it could be a house. I'm not saying that it has to be something that's, internal. Your motives could definitely be to get stuff. People that are going to tell you that, oh, if you want money, you're just a bad person. That's bullshit. Think about all the good things that you could do with money. If you worked hard and changed your life, think about the good things that you would do with your money. Would you donate some? Do you have a favorite cause? Was there maybe a homeless shelter you went through? A halfway house? Think about the good things that you can do with long-term wealth. You can maybe give your kids the life that you never had, or make sure that they have all the advantages so that they don't have to go through what you went through. Think about the good things that you could do with a lot of wealth. People that are going to say that money is the root of all evil, they didn't read the whole passage from the Bible. It actually says the worship of money is the root of all evil. But they cut out that first sentence. You see, God doesn't want his children poor. God's a king. Whether you believe in Jesus Christ or whatever, God wanted his children to be royal. So how would money be the root of all evil? It's the worship of money. Once you put money before God, once you put money before your higher power, once you put money before anything, that's different. But if you look at money as just an opportunity for you to do great things in life, impact the world, that's not evil. So you got to understand, who are you getting your financial education from? Are you focused on maybe people that don't have financial wealth themselves? Who's giving you that kind of information? Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can do great things with money as long as you're not putting it before what's really important. Your recovery, God, your family. Money is just energy. Think about if society collapsed today. What would a paper dollar get you? Nothing. Nobody would care about paper dollars if there were no government. Money is just energy. You just got to get on the wave and ride the wave. So I want to give you guys a little bit of homework. I want you to, if you haven't already, this is like the beginner financial education book. But if you haven't already, I want you to try out and read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That is the foundational book of beginner level financial education. Write down your gratitude list and start to figure out what you want. Is there a certain home you want? Do you want to live in a certain area? What is it that you want? If there's somebody in your life that you just wish wasn't there, or that you just want, don't focus on what you don't want around you. I don't want to be poor anymore. I don't want this. I don't want now. I want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. I want to do great things for other people. I want good people in my life, people that care about me. Focus on that kind of stuff. And I promise you, when your mind is focused on what you do want, your body will follow. So I hope I made some sense for you guys. I know we got a little deep on this one. This is only the fourth episode here, but this is very important information. This is the type of stuff that changed my life in the way that I looked at my financial and my recovery. You know, and it's very important that you guys do your homework. I'm not telling any of you guys to put your faith in me. I'm just giving you the stuff that I've learned that have changed my life, and I'm hoping that it sets you down the path to do something similar. You know, this is all about changing your odds, beating the odds. You don't have to be a statistic. You don't have to be the felon, the guy with the long jacket. You don't have to be that girl, that guy. You can change. People do change. And people that say that people don't change, just because that's true for them, which if they're saying that it's true for them, doesn't mean it has to be true for you. You decide what your truth is. So thanks again for hopping on the episode. And please like, share, subscribe. Please, please, please help me spread the word that any addict can not only change their life from drugs and alcohol, but they can change their financial circumstances. They can elevate to the next level. And I'm willing to help in any way I can. As always, there will be a link down below for you guys to join the Facebook group. I'd love it if you guys joined and got in there and see how I'm not only just helping, you know, people like yourself, but like I'm teaching people real skills, real things that can change your life. And it does not cost that much. There's nothing that costs to get into the Facebook group, but what I'm talking about, what you can do to change your financial circumstances and start a business online, I mean, you're talking about basically nothing in order to do it compared to like any other type of business that you would be trying to open. So please like, share, subscribe, smash that bell so that the next time I do an episode, you get notified. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys watching.
We went from rags to riches, rags to riches. We went from rags to riches. Look at how far we come, and to think it's the beginning, yeah, we're far from done. We didn't make it as a scholar, but we're far from dumb, and ain't nobody wanna see us, we're too far to run. Yo, to think we were chilling in bandos with dirt on our shirts, kinda looking like camo, whole rack full of shoes, and before it was sandals. Got lights in the crib, so no more burning candles. I remember taking a bus, living in the ghetto, thank God it just never stuck. Now we pushing even harder, no longer rely on luck. Went from bags up in the arm to some keys and go start the truck. Homie, we never taking a break. Time is wasted being funny, go get it for heaven's sake. And if you ever losing focus, the street will elaborate. It's problematic for the addict, be savage and never wait. Homie, don't worry, we're counting blessings. The future is more than a Smith & Wesson. So come to the studio, catch a session, like winning took care of the old depression. rags to riches, rags to riches. We went from rags to riches.